I was talking to Karq, and I was talking about rival stuff, and I was talking about how I might be going on my Captain America arc. And he was like, oh, did you see my video I made with Japanese Curry, the Captain America player? And I was like, wait, no, did you do your one tip series? And he's like, yeah. I was like, can I watch it? And he was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So real quick, let's get a little bit of an insight into what some of the best Captain America players are doing, because I think Cap might low-key be meta, to be honest. We'll see. It's still early. So let's go.
What's going on, guys? My name is Karq. If you're new here, this is the One Tip series, my flagship series back in Overwatch, but now we have it here for Marvel Rivals, and today we have a Captain America one above all player who happens to be my favorite dish.
Hi, my name is Japanese Curry. I'm a YouTuber who one-tricked Captain America to top 500.
As always, we begin these with a general tip first.
You think in 8 years we'll be cringing at this video too? Oh yeah, everyone does. Everyone will.
Tip
I cringe at my own.
Is to learn how to animation cancel the shield throw charges for increased DPS and to help you stay close to an enemy. To do this, you must have 4 shield throws ready after first 2 attacks. Then after every shield throw, cancel the downtime with sprint, throw shield, sprint, repeat. Doing it too fast will cause your shield throws to not do any damage and be wasted. And
so it only works on the shield throws?
Doing it too slow will result in a damage loss. This will also work with the toggle sprint setting on, but instead of pressing your sprint key, you'll want to press W or forward on your analog stick instead.
Okay, so I was doing it
use
right.
Hold to sprint, but it's all up to you, whatever you prefer.
Japanese Curry.
I have toggle on. I found it was better, but I also like the control. I might go back to hold. I might actually go back to hold because I died a few times not having it on hold.
Has also graded each hero as low, medium, or high priority targets to focus because Captain America gets pretty poor value if you waste your time on bad targets. I've color coded them and put them in the graphic above for you to quickly reference this video as needed on your Captain America journey. Let's begin.
For the Captain America mirror matchup, I often choose to ignore him because my presence is best used against the enemy backline. However, if I'm not there and I happen to see their cap slam my team, I look to counter slam and peel for my team. The mirror is a medium priority. If Strange ults, your highest priority is to use your freedom charge and give your team HP, which usually lets them survive his follow-up.
Yeah, I've noticed all the good Cap players use their ult as like a pseudo defensive support ult.
Maelstrom of Madness. Make sure to use your shield to block it for yourself and shield the teammate as well, where you can. Strange is a low priority unless he ults. For Groot, Cap can easily sprint.
Hang on. What'd that say?
Well, where you can. Strange is a low priority unless he ults. For Groot, Cap can easily sprint jump over his walls when needed, and it can also generate shield throw charges if you hit it twice. His ult and Spore Bomb can be deflected by Cap's shield block. Groot is a low priority. Just like the Cap mirror, I like to slam Hulk when he dives in and deflect his thunderclap and lock down projectile from a teammate. Other than that, I don't spend too much time fighting him because you should be in their backline. Hulk is a low priority. Against Magneto,
yeah, you know what's funny? I feel like the counter dive is actually sort of useful sometimes. I know he's saying it's low priority, but especially if like you have Cap in your backline slamming your supports, which if Cap actually becomes meta, you'll probably see quite often. I feel like I've gotten more value out of killing the other Cap or like kind of putting pressure on him before I go in.
I try slamming behind him.
But that might change with time too.
Shield up to damage him with shield throws. His ult can also be deflected, and most Magnetos look to ult squishy, so use your dash to quickly get to them. Magneto is
that one I actually didn't know.
Penny is the biggest counter.
Legit,
the best tip is to try to stay away from her as much as needed.
You guys laughed at me when I did my Cap only run. I talked about how annoying it was to play against Penny to the point where I was like, I don't think I can play against her
until her spider-ness is
gone. She is the best counter.
Job. Don't waste your time on it. You can block her cyber web snare, but it doesn't deflect back. Not sure if it's intended. Penny is a low priority. You want to avoid 1v1ing Thor, so if he's chasing you, just sprint around and jump over him. When he ults, you want to hold your shield to block it and protect a teammate.
Straight up avoid him.
Thor is a low priority. For Venom, it's the same as most of the tank matchups. You avoid 1v1ing him and just peel for your team if he dives in and block his ult with your shield. Venom is a low priority. You can't really do much against Panther since he's insanely mobile. Sometimes I'll use Freedom Charge for my team if Panther is really problematic and slam his spinning kick to mess up his combo. One extra tip to note is that you can't block his ultimate as it will still deal damage and mark you and hit your shield.
Oh shit, I actually didn't know that.
If you see it, try using Liberty Rush to get out of the way. Panther
Also, wait a minute, I don't know if he's gonna mention in this, but apparently you're CC immune during Liberty Rush. So like, I saw a Strange trying to ult him when because I watched his gameplay. A Strange went to ult him and he didn't have like, I don't think he had shield ready yet. It was like broken, and so he used the dash and survived.
There is a low
and didn't get ulted.
Widow is a free target you should prioritize if you see. If she kicks you away while your shield is up, she can't follow up with the second kick. Widow is a high priority. Hawkeye you want to treat the same as Widow. If he slashes you away, use Liberty Rush to close the gap. And if he jumps after, slam down and stay on top of him. If Hawkeye ults and you have after images, put up your shield and they will go away. Hawkeye is a high priority.
Wait, your shield will make him go away?
Stella, chase her down with your shield up the entire time.
Wait, does it work like that against Strange too? On Strange too?
Including Liberty Rush and...
Wait a minute, hang on. Does it work for with Strange and with Magneto as well? What about Hulk Bubble? Wait, does it do it for all of those?
You don't get headshot. You can deflect her ult, but I wouldn't recommend it since you can just run and jump around to avoid it. Ella is a high priority.
I did not know that.
Iron Fist is a low priority target because he's fast and hard to catch up with, but peeling with Slam when he jumps your backline is enough if there's no other targets to go for. Your shield does block all of his attacks, but he eats your shield up pretty fast when he's charged up. Iron Fist is a low priority. Not much you can do against Iron Man since he plays out of your range. If you know he has ult ready, you can opt for a more defensive play with your supports to try to deflect it. Iron Man is a low priority. You can block all of Magic's
they try to jump
attacks
into
with
it.
your shield except Umbral Incursion for some reason. So if you see her use it on a teammate to engage, you're free to slam and peel for them with your shield up as needed, and she can't do any damage. Magic is a medium priority. Biggest tip against Mr. Fantastic is to put up your shield anytime he's using Distended Grip, because this will break the tether if you're the first selected target. It also prevents you from being the secondary collision target. Mr. Fantastic is a low priority because he has too much HP. Moon Knight can be killed easily if he doesn't have his grapple. Close the gap on him as soon as you can and hold your shield up in his face, and they will likely panic and throw down an unk, which you can deflect. If you hear his ult, immediately Liberty Rush out because you can't.
Wait, you can deflect the unk? I didn't know you could do that.
Namor is a harder character to deal with since the Luna team up gives him the slowing Monstro, which can countercap pretty well. Namor is playing around it, sprint at him with your shield up, and it can stop the slows and let you close the gap. The ultimate can also be blocked by looking at the center. Namor is a high priority. Psylocke is hard to deal with since she can go invisible and has 2 dashes to get away from you, so look to dive her if she happens to come out of invis early before you're in the enemy backline. Since you are a tank, sitting in her Dance of the Butterfly and popping your Freedom Charge to give your team health is a nice way to split the damage and ensure your squishier teammates don't die. Psylocke is a low priority except for her.
Wait, so can you save your teammates with that?
Scarlet Witch is pretty easy to deal with.
So wait, you can actually just straight up just negate Psylocke ult
as her damage
with
is slow.
Capel
She will likely
and just stand
use
in it?
Mystic
That's actually sick.
the moment you get in her face, and at that point, just leave as you did your job at taking her out of the fight for a moment. If she ults, just block it for yourself and anyone behind you. Scarlet Witch is a medium priority target. Spider-Man is too fast to deal with, so similar to the other dive characters, just peel when he zips in with Slam. Spider-Man is a low priority target. Chase Squirrel Girl down with your shield up to deflect her damage and her Squirrel Blockade. Her new ultimate tracking is a bit weird now, where if you keep your shield up, it will not chase you. Worst case, you can always just sprint jump over it every time it's nearby. Squirrel Girl
It doesn't chase you if your shield up?
is a high priority. Star-Lord is super slippery and is hard to chase if he's managing his movement well. There are a lot of moments where he will run out of fuel and fall to the ground.
Yeah, this was before the season 1.5 buffs. Yeah, he ain't running out no more.
You can absolutely use your shield throws to pressure him out and get him out of the fight. When he ults, you want to pop your Freedom Charge to help your team survive through it. Star-Lord is a low priority except for his ult. You can't.
Wait, can you actually can counter Star-Lord ult with Capel just like you could with Mag? I'm guessing you just have to run at all your teammates with it. Wait, that's actually genius.
Storm, since she can fly and stay out of your range. Best tip is once she uses her ult, use Freedom Charge to instantly give everyone 100 HP and 60 HP per second afterwards to help mitigate Storm's 150 DPS. This is good if you don't have a strong healing support ult available. Storm is a low priority, except for ult. If Punisher sets up his turret, then try slamming behind him and get him to turn around to shoot you. And if he does, just block it and let your team shoot him in the back. If he ults, you can dive him and deflect his shots right in his face. Punisher is a high priority. Winter Soldier is a hard matchup because his abilities give him so much HP, and his uppercut hits through Cap's shield as well. His ultimate can be blocked as long as you look at the center of the circle, or you can just sprint up over it. Winter Soldier is a medium priority target.
Yeah, I was playing against Winter Soldier earlier. It feels ass to play against on Cap.
Out of all the tanks that can be kidnapped by Wolverine, Captain America actually ends up being the best in terms of surviving.
True.
You can block his melee attacks with your shield and either Liberty Rush or slam away. Just make sure you play safe if you don't have your shield health up or any cooldowns to go against him. Wolverine is a low priority target. Not much to say about Adam, as he doesn't have any tools to deal with you other than Soul Bond. Either dive him after he uses it or jump on him early. Force it out, and sprint jump away and look for some healing before re-engaging once it's over. Warlock is a high priority target. Cloak and Dagger has no real damage threats or tools to kill you. Stay on them.
Yeah, the thing about Adam though is like if he has both of his E's up, it's so hard to kill him. It's actually like
And if they
impossible.
swap the cloak, you can shield the Terror Cape and chase the Dark Teleportation with your sprint. Cloak and Dagger is a high priority target. Huge tip against Invisibleman is that your Vibranium Energy Saw will track her even when she's invisible if you ricochet it off any surface if she's close enough to it. You can randomly just find her if you hear her footsteps, or if you see her double jump, you can throw in the direction of the jump trail and it will hit her. Invisibleman is a high priority target.
Yeah, that's actually an insane tip.
It's pretty annoying to deal with since he's slippery and can travel up walls and shrinks his hitbox where you can't really hit him with any of your melees. Best tip against his ult is to either slam away or use your dash to get out. There are actually CC immune frames during Liberty Rush, so in some scenarios you can
he does talk
time
about
the
it.
dash over the ult and still prevent yourself from being eaten. Jeff is a medium priority target.
Yeah, if you get that down, I feel like you can just be insane. Because I literally watched him do that to a strange ult.
He gives Cap a hard time with the regen domain, invisibility, and the clones. If you're on a clone, you should actually commit and kill it for your team anyways to make it harder for him to get value. The moment you notice Loki
Yeah, honestly, everyone should be killing the clones more often.
standing still, it's likely he went invis and dropped the clone in its place. And you want to throw your Vibranium Energy Saw immediately at the clone, and it'll ricochet and hit the real Loki out of stealth as long as he isn't too far away. You have to be quick or else the invisible Loki will be out of range. Loki is a medium priority target. Against Luna,
Wait, say that one more time?
quick, and it'll ricochet and hit the real
Love
and
to
you
be
want to throw
here.
your Vibranium Energy Saw immediately at the clone, and it'll ricochet and hit the real Loki out of stealth
Oh, that's
as
so
long as he isn't
smart.
too far away. You have to be quick or else the invisible Loki will be out of range. Loki is a medium priority target.
That's
Against
actually
Luna,
genius.
She's a high priority, so you want to slam in and hold shield up immediately because they usually react with absolute zero instantly. Doing this ensures you block it and maybe get lucky and freeze her right back. Luna is a high priority target. The Mantis matchup is similar to the Luna. Either wait out her sleep first, or slam her and immediately hold up shield and chase her, and it makes it nearly impossible for her to sleep you. Mantis is a high priority target. Rocket is the same as dealing with Jeff, where he's slippery and has a tiny hitbox. Your priority
Yeah,
as Cap
Rocket's
is to actually
impossible to
sprint
kill.
around and look for his respawn beacon and break
Yeah.
that instead. Think of breaking that as the equivalent of getting a kill for your team. Rocket is a medium priority target. Thanks for having me, Karq. You can find me at Japanese Curry 2 on YouTube or on Twitch at Japanese Curry.
Yeah, Rocket's like borderline impossible, but yeah, good video. I know if you've watched Karq before, Karq has another channel now for these. So if you're like, why the hell am I not seeing these? He has a Rivals channel now, away from his main channel, which is like a lot of the Overwatch stuff, or his alt channel, which is like other Overwatch stuff. Well, yeah, good video. I think I actually knew most of these techs, but there was like some small ones that I didn't know, which are pretty good. So good vid, good vid.